So as a 32-year-old, I have a pretty hard time putting together 4 or 5 miles on a run and any type of weather. But a 14-year-old just put together a 37.8 mile run in the Around the Bay relay this past weekend. And she's the youngest person to ever do this. So we decided to ask her, how'd you make this happen? And, well, she told us. And a special shout out to Cindy Zimmerman at cindyzsellshomes.com for making this story happen. So let's get right into it right now.
Cadence Garza crossed the finish line for the Round the Bay Ultra Marathon on December 28th in 7 hours, 58 minutes, making her the youngest person to ever complete that race that takes runners from Okaloosa Island onto the Mid-Bay Bridge, through Blue Water Bay and Niceville, around Eglin Air Force Base, and into Fort Walton Beach. She started with 54 other ultramarathon runners. A total of 45 finished the race. Most of the 325 runners that actually signed up for this competition ran in a relay style, just taking chunks of the total distance. Garza started running when she was 2. And no, Cadence isn't a nickname. Her parents named her Gloria Cadence Garza for a really specific reason.
Well, my first name was my grandma's name, which is Gloria, on both sides. On my mom's side, and then on my dad's side, it was his grandma's name. So it just kind of worked out. And then my middle name was Cadence because they were in the military and they were drill sergeants. So they just kind of decided to name me Cadence, and they were also runners, and it just worked out.
Sure, most people's worst nightmare might have an ultramarathon in it, but for Garza, running is the exact opposite. Now that she's finished this ultramarathon, she has her sights set on the next big milestone in a runner's career.
Well, my goal is that when I'm 18, I would like to run the Boston Marathon. And then I would also like to be in the Olympics for USA and run the marathon.
I also got to talk to Dennis Samak, who is the organizer of the Round the Bay Relay. They've been doing this for more than 20 years. And he told me that initially when Cadence said that she wanted to run this, he was both skeptical and kind of nervous about what might happen, but says that all of his fears were for naught. She did a great job. Anyway, if you want to hear all of his tips and her tips about running an ultramarathon, preparing for it, I asked him because I want to do something like that one day. You can go to midbaynews.com. We have the whole story right there. I'm Christopher Saul, and this is Midbay News. Should I run? I should run.